Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Vance. In today's tutorial I'll be emphasizing on how to make the skirt part of this gown. So I advise that you watch this video to the end. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Like, share and leave a comment in the comment section if you have any question for me. So this is the fabric that I'll be using for this tutorial. This is a Korean crepe fabric. Is very thick, the texture is very fine. I would say this is a quality fabric. So this is the skirt. I've already gone ahead to cut the skirt. This is just a basic A-line skirt, so I didn't see the need to go back to start drafting and then cutting a basic skirt because it's very simple. So the next thing I will do is to cut my lining piece and iron my thick gum stay to it. So I took the skirt pattern to my ironing table to iron first because of fabric behavior and the rest. So I wanted to check if he had fabric behavior. So thank God he didn't have, because obviously it's a good fabric. So when I was done ironing, guys, I went ahead to add my hairstay to this. You need to add your hairstay to your fabric. Whatever fabric you're using for this skirt pattern, it's very essential that you add hairstay. Why? Because you want it to be firm. The reason for this hairstay is to make it thicker and to make it stronger, like to keep it in place. I hope you get what I'm saying. So this is my hairstay. I went ahead to iron, and I'm going to iron all of my skirt piece aside my lining. My main fabric, I infused it with a hairstay. So when I'm done ironing, guys, I'll go ahead and cut out this and I'll show you what next to do. So this was when I was done ironing. I went ahead to cut all of my skirt pattern that I just ironed, like I just infused my hairstay too. So I'll do the rest off the camera, then I'll show you what I did when I was done. So this was it, guys. This is my lining. I have put my gum, that's my gum stay on the iron, on the lining, sorry. And this is my main fabric. I have infused all of them with hairstay. So at this point, I was just basically arranging and separating my main fabric from my lining. After I was done with this, guys, next thing I'm going to do is to set aside my lining piece and then open up my main fabric so that I'll go to the sewing machine to sew. So I will sew down using the allowance that I left for the skirt straight down, and I'll do the same thing for this other end. I will sew with the sewing allowance. So for this skirt pattern, I'll be using an inseam sewing method to sew the skirt pattern. So I'll first of all sew the main fabric, and I will also sew my lining. So this is when I was arranging the lining. I'll go ahead also to sew with the allowance that I left for the lining on both sides. So when I'm done sewing, I'll show you how it looks when I was done. So this was when I was done, guys. So I'll go ahead now and iron in between the part that I sew for both the lining and the main fabric. So this is the main fabric. I have also gone ahead to sew. So this was me opening it up so you could see how it looks when I was done sewing, guys. So I'll go ahead right now to open it up and iron. When I was done ironing, this is how it looks. So I went ahead to separate it and open up. So as you can see, for the lining piece, I ironed and I trimmed. Why? Because I'm going to be adding a structure to this skirt part, and my structure that I'll be using is my boning. So from this upper part, that's from my waistline, I'm going to come down by 0.75, and then I'll attach the boning straight to the hem, and then I'll do the same thing for this part. I'll also go ahead and place my boning, come down by 0.75, place my boning. I also sew the middle part of my skirt and also the sides of the skirt. So when I'm done sewing, guys, I'm only sewing this on the lining piece. So when I'm done with the sewing, I'll show you how it looks. I'm done sewing the boning to the lining piece. You can add more bonings if you want, but for me, I decided to stop at this end. So are you seeing I've sewn all of the parts of the part that I actually needed boning to be there, the part that I actually wanted the structure to be more, that was where I placed my boning. So now to get that scallop edge, that's those curves, those spiral edges, so I'll just go ahead and create my own. You don't necessarily need to follow what is on the thumbnail. It can be your inspiration, but you mustn't follow what they did. So you can create your own design, be creative about it. And I think that's what fashion is about, not you actually copying everything they did verbatim. I hope you get what I'm saying. So I went ahead to create my own curve or my own spiral, whatever you call it. So when I was done creating mine, so I was just really trying to make it beautiful and trying to make it not too short, because the length of my skirt length is 17 inches and I didn't want it to be shorter than that. So if I make my scallop to be higher, that means my skirt is going to reduce a lot and my client might not be comfortable wearing it. So I had to make use of 2 inches. So if I minus 2 inches from my 17 inches, not all parts, but this part I actually used 2 inches, so I'm going to have 15 inches for a skirt. Although I'm making a gown, it's not going to be too bad. So what I did was I went ahead to trace the back. So for the back, I extended the curve to the back as it should be, because on the thumbnail the curve was extended to the back. So this was me still creating a curve around the back area of our skirt. So when I was done with this, guys, I wanted to actually curve this part, but I realized that I can use the other side of the back to trace this side of the back. So what I did was I paused and then I flipped it over to the other side of the back, just like this, and then I went ahead to trace whatever I had here to replicate on the other back by cutting it out. So this was when I went ahead to cut out the curves. I actually didn't cut out the actual length. I kind of came down by 1/2 inch so that when I'm turning it's going to be okay. So this was when I was done turning, guys. So I placed my fabric on it. So I'm going to actually turn it over so you will see how I place it. All I was doing is to match the sides to sides, like the side of the main fabric to meet the side of the lining. That was what I was doing here, literally. Then when I was done, guys, I'm going to flip it over and then I will show you how the front looks like. So this was it when I flipped it over. So I'm going to use my pin also to just pin down this part, are you seeing, so that it could stay firmer, it could stay together with the main fabric, so I will not have to have a lot of struggles when I'm sewing it down. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I went ahead to pin, and when I was done pinning, I went ahead to sew it down. But before I sew it down, I want to show you that I'll be sewing it down by 1/2 inch, and then the boning part I'm going to be cutting out like 1/2 inch from the boning. The part that I will be sewing, I'll be cutting it out so that it will not obstruct me while sewing. So this was when I was done sewing, guys. If you found value in this video, please click the like button, share, comment if you have any question regarding this tutorial, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So guys, when I was done with all of that, I went ahead to turn the skirt part, like the scallop part. I went ahead to turn it. Note that while I was sewing the down part of this skirt, I used hemming gum because I wanted the ironing process of the down part to be much easier. So this was me ironing, guys. Our skirt is looking all fine, well structured and clean. Like, I'm so in love with this fabric. I wish you could see this fabric in real life. It's looking so good. Like, everything, I'm in love with everything about this skirt. So for those of you that want to make this into a skirt pattern, you can go ahead right now to fix in your band and your zip and any other thing you want to do. Maybe you want to add some embellishment, you want to bead, applique, whatever you want to add to this skirt, you can actually do it. But for me, I'll be making this into a gown, and then the upper part of this gown is going to be a corset part. So this is the corset part I want to use for this skirt. So if you want to learn how to draft it, you have to stick around, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell to get notified, so that when I upload it, you'll be the first to be notified. So this is it, guys. We are almost done with today's tutorial. So hope you enjoyed it, hope it was helpful. So this is the back part, guys. It's looking all clean, so fine, like I'm in love. So this is it, guys. I'm gonna see you in my next tutorial. So before then, I have some excess around the waistline because it kind of stretched, so that's why it has excess. So I had to use my pin to make it align. So I went ahead right now to trim out the excess parts of this skirt, and that'll be it. So guys, I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye.